One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Still. So Ahman Green's Gamer Lounge. This is I'm the host of the show. You got all that down, right? I said that while I was muted. Sorry. So this is the ultimate destination for all things gaming. Green Bay Packer all-time leading rusher, and now been an esports coach for the last 6-7 years, and a consultant, a fanboy of certain games like. We're going to talk about it today, Halo Infinite, or Halo in general. Doing some fun things in that game today, talking about it in terms of what's new on their battle pass with Halo Infinite, and Akido not liking it, or he's liking it, but he's going through it right now. So if you're, this is your weekly dose of the latest news, hottest game updates, in-depth discussion on some industry topics that we're going to hit here in quick hidden news bites that you're going to, it's all interesting, all good here. So whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore esports fan like myself, the Esports World Cup finally wrapped up and some good stuff. We got some other championships going on over in Europe right now. I know Rocket League Championship Series is winding down in France this week. So I heard about that. I was like, oh man, that's dope. So my Gamers Lounge has something for everyone. So grab your controller. Don't worry if it's Microsoft Elite or Power A. Shout out to Power A. Settle in and join us into the dynamic world of gaming. So this past weekend, checking in with y'all since last week's show. Myself, my wife, and then Alan and Steph came into Green Bay to hang out. We watched the game of the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field, and it went our way. It went the Packers' way. They showed up and showed out. Micah Parsons, oh my goodness, he was that dude. He came in special. He was that, as they say in the gaming sense of things, he was that sweaty dude that was coming off the bench, almost getting a sack on his first play, and end up the game, I think, with about 2 or 3 tackles and 1 sack. So in his debut as a Green Bay Packer. So the fans loved it. I loved it. They ended up winning the game, I think 27-13, something like that. And I had a good time doing that. And then myself and Alan and Steph we did our, I'm calling it the Green Bay gaming spot journey.
It was fun.
We missed one spot. It was closed, but It's open today. So shout out to Dave Powers and his wife Kelly, Power Comics up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, located off of Ridge Road. Shout out to them. Big friends, big fans of the show as well. Dave been on the show years ago. It's time for another Dave sighting on the Gamers Lounge. He is a comic book. Cool. He's a comic book store owner, and he sells everything from typical Marvel to DC to all the anime comics that are out there, Akido. So you might want to lock in with my man there. So we went to pre-play, right? Is it pre-play or replay? Is it pre-play or
pre-played? Yeah,
pre-played, which has pretty much anything gaming, new or old, fancy or schmancy and not. They have it there. Controllers, monitors, computer games, console games. The one that I picked up, it's downstairs right now. and it's in my luggage still, was a game that I was like, oh my God, how many of y'all in the chat listening in? I know Akido played it even though he didn't like it.
I didn't play it. I just saw. I think I've seen it once.
What was Outlast, and it's like 3-4 Outlast in one disc on PlayStation 3 or 4. No, PlayStation 4. And I was like, oh, I had to get that. I was like, man, we got to do that. We got to do that during October, bro.
Look, if y'all were there for that conversation that happened prior to him purchasing the game.
Yeah, we were, because Alan has this, he has a little, what would I call this? He has a
no nonsense is what it is.
He has a little trouble processing horror movies, I guess. He doesn't like them. It doesn't go through the cerebral cortex of his eyeballs to his brain real well. So he's like, doesn't like them. So I'm trying to change that reference for him right now. Between myself and his fiance, Steph, we're going to do this because she loves horror movies. She just went and saw The Conjuring Last Rites. I'm going to go later this week to check it out. But we're going to get him in that space, that comfortable space where he could sit there and watch horror movie after horror movie after horror movie and then not even break a sweat and be loving it like when he watches his Naruto. Or
you cannot compare my love for horror will never be that of anime.
Never.
Okay.
I could feel the seriousness in what he just did.
Never. That's like saying horror is better than Pokemon.
I'm not saying that. I just want
anime is right. Naruto's right up there. It goes.
I want you to enjoy it as well as you do your anime. That's all.
What I did enjoy was all that Naruto that was at the ramen place we went to.
Facts. New place in Green Bay off of Oneida Road. What was it? It was something ramen. It was
Pokey
something.
Bowl something. Hold on.
Funky Bowl. We got a shout out to them as well. That food was awesome. I'm doing a cleanse, so I was able to give me a nice huge salad.
Koi, Poke, and ramen.
Boom.
And it is on 2101 South Oneida Street in Green Bay.
Yeah, just a few blocks away from Lambeau Field.
Mm-hmm.
Yum.
It was very good.
Very good. Very good. So that was our weekend in Green Bay, man. Yep. But now you're fighting a little bit, right? You know, Stephanie kind of down and out with a little head cold or something. So
it was something. It's like a 48-hour thing, man. If y'all wash your hands, stay away from the Glazer donuts. That might have been what did me in.
When did that happen?
On the way back, I think we stopped for some snacks.
Oh, okay.
And
it was either like the gas pump, right? You never know who touches the gas pump.
Right. Some sickly person.
Right. And then they fill up right before you get there, and then boom, now you're sick with Steph. It's like, yeah. Says, yeah.
Hand sanitizer, y'all, for real.
Gotta have it. Yeah, gotta have it. It's just a head and throat type thing. Okay, that's what Steph said. Just a head. There's some. So water. If you have lime or lemon, put it in there.
This count, right?
That counts. I'll take that. It's liquid.
It's Propel. That's like Gatorade. Don't y'all? Isn't that like a thing?
No, but you want to avoid like the sugar because you don't want to build mucus.
This is zero sugar. This is zero sugar. Got 5 calories. I'm gonna tell me this. I can't have this.
No, I didn't say you couldn't. I just said this.
Right.
Make sure. I wasn't sure if it has sugar in it. That's why.
This is Propel. It's from the people who make Gatorade. It says immune support, vitamin C, and zinc. We'll get into this later. I'm not trying to make sure I eat healthy, lose some weight, and be pre-diabetic, whatever. It'll give me some muscle and some other thing. This shirt with the sleeves just for show.
Oh man,
we'll get there. He laughing, but you know it's true.
We're gonna get there. Yes, we're gonna get there together. So, all right, let's before we get into our quick hit news bites for the big updates and big information going around in the video game space, let's hit our first one of our big sponsors of the show here. Slide Drink. Get to the commercial here. Yes, we got commercials here. We do commercials on the Gamers Lounge. See you in a second. Right back. Whether you're deep in the digital world or out exploring the great outdoors, Slide Drink keeps the good times rolling. So power up your play with Slide Boost for energy, Slide Chill to relax, and Slide Dream to recover. No matter where your adventures take you, explore with Slide. Refresh, recharge, and repeat. All right, let me get the Also, heck, I gotta hit this too. Turn that up a little bit.
I could feel them punches in my ear when you got that surround sound headset. I swear.
Right. Hey, it's gonna be some punches being thrown with this going down here for Destiny 2. It's going full Star Wars in our first quick hit news bite. Make it or break moment for the 11-year shooter. I didn't realize this game had been around 11 years. Wow.
It's been a minute.
2014? Is that when it dropped? Wow. So Destiny 2 is messing around with some other IP. And it's a major IP. It's Star Wars, as it says there in the title. So with this, it brings a lot of expectations, right? So I'll read a little bit from the article here at Kotaku.com. So this year's The Edge of Fate is arguably one of Destiny 2, worst expansions ever. That's what it says in the article. I'm like, wow, is it bad? Anybody in the chat, Akido? I know you messed around with Destiny 2 recently. I don't know if you did recently, but to say that is the worst expansion ever, that's pretty bold statement, eh?
It's like Destiny was the best of times and it was the worst of times. The mobile game Destiny Rising's doing great.
They have a mobile?
Yeah, that came out recently.
That makes sense. It's crazy and it's
a shooter mobile too. We'll get to that in a bit, but
as in depth as that game is, I'm not surprised it's not on mobile. So as the article reads, some great stories, beats, and cool moments could not salvage one of the disappointing loot grinds in the history of the game. So less than 2 months since launching, Steam concurrent numbers for Bungie MMO shooter have fallen off the cliff to all-time lows. So on Tuesday, the Sony-owned studio steamed a deep dive into what feels like Destiny 2's last chance for a major rebound, the Star Wars theme expansion called Renegades. So this is their reach to get their numbers back up, right? Getting obviously sales or people downloading the game and playing it and getting that, those analytics up, because obviously those analytics are the analytics that keeps the lights on in the building. So it's going to come out December 2nd. The first crossover theme campaign in the live series game history was originally teased back in May. So fans have been wondering just how deep the collaboration will go. Will it just be incorporate Star Wars motif into Destiny's world, or will it be a full-on mashup that will bleed more deeply between desperate science fiction? That's the question. So the answer is somewhere in the middle, as the article here reads. So Renegades merges with Destiny, distinctive storytelling and gameplay with themes and elements drawn from the iconic sci-fi franchise. So Bungie wrote in its announcement, in practice, this seems to mean a sci-fi western that ties to deep Destiny 2 lore that features lightsabers, ST walkers, and lots of Star Wars sound effects. Pew, pew, pew. I can't do the lightsaber one, but I could do the guns. Everybody can do the guns. Pew, pew, pew. There you go. So if for no other reason that and all sounds really cool. So also the X-Wing, the X-Wing jump ship that is literally just an X-Wing. So it's called something. They had an extra name in there. Jump ship, huh?
I wonder if I can pull up that image. I wonder what that looks like.
The X-Wing jump ship. So they got actually a video in the article here. Let's run this video.
It's like 10 minutes. I was going to view that.
I'll just run the first minute since it's 10 minutes. Thank you, Akido, for that. All right. Let me full screen this thing here. Is it going? Play.
Seeing how stunningly Star Wars it felt was electric.
Ooh.
I just jumped into that walker and I just
gameplay looks legit.
All right.
Squeezing that trigger and feeling that blaster just go off. It was like a whole new world opened up for me.
Okay.
There's something really special here that we haven't really done.
Gameplay is on point.
That ignition, that hiss, that sound.
Oh,
that right there.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
that. We got a Starlight pit there. All right.
That's
we begin in the
always
shadow of
that's a Star
prophecy
Wars
that says our
cliche
end
right
is already
here.
written.
Opening.
It's here we draw a line in the sand where we start the long journey to fight our fate. In Renegades, Guardians infiltrate a criminal underworld to save a friend whose past has caught up with him and disrupt the rise
he's
of
in Carbonite
powerful
as
new
well.
enemies. In special collaboration with Lucasfilm Games.
Okay, they got the
collab.
They got the collab. Okay.
All right, they got the collab. And
I was gonna say, I was like, I'm like, is Disney's legal team okay with this? Like,
so obviously they are.
Apparently, yeah, they did it with Lucasfilm. I mean, they couldn't do directly Star Wars, but that's Star Wars.
Exactly. So they got the collab for sure. They got elements of Carbonite. They got the one guy's friend, like you said, in the Carbonite, like Han Solo was. And they tried to get Luke Skywalker in and didn't work out that way because he was a Master Jedi by that time. So from your first reaction, Akido, in chat, what's your impression?
It looks legit. Like
Yeah.
I don't even like admitting that about Destiny.
Well, you played it a lot. That's why, right?
I swore up and down. I swore, like I was not gonna go back.
Right.
But
They're dragging you back in, huh? They're dragging you back in.
They pull on the heartstrings and the nostalgia with the Star Wars. When I saw them do the thing with the lightsaber like that, I'm like,
I'm done. And you saw her, the one ladies react. She said, "Oh, it's like that.
It's like that. I didn't know we were doing that. That's different."
When they pulled out the lightsaber, when they have the blaster shooting, just hearing that and then scoping in as well, it just takes you back to Boba Fett going into his arsenal of things, or any Jedi or Sith gearing up about to go into battle with the lightsaber. Once you hear that click, not the click, but the sound of that beam coming out of that lightsaber, holding thing,
the ignition.
The ignition. Oh yeah. Once you hear that, thank you for that. It's on. So graphics, gameplay look good. I wonder just if it wasn't just for the commercial, because it was a preview, or for the preview, will it have Star Wars-esque music in it as well? So
if they're collaborating with
they're gonna get all that, So
here's my caveat: if you get on and Eeyore gets on.
Oh, you mean for gameplay, for us timing, put some. I haven't updated my Destiny in like years.
That's all of us. I'm saying, like, if you and if Eeyore are really, like, well, then we'll have a fire team, or if anyone in chat, Bane, if y'all want to do it, maybe
let's do it. I'm in. I got the time
because you're just coming right off of Outlaws too.
Yeah, I just finished that not too long, about a month ago. So Skeets, thanks for the subscription there. Appreciate you. Just played Destiny last night with a few friends and was really fun. So it's gonna get funner. Skeets, if I'm saying your name correctly, it's gonna get funner. Now we got Star Wars in the mix. So Destiny 2 Renegades will revolve around rising through the ranks of the criminal world in Mos Eisley, of course, because that's where Star Wars Outlaws took place. Mos Eisley-like outpost called Theres. Is it Thereses, as players confront a new Cabal faction called the Brant Imperium. You'll perform jobs for competing syndicates to curry favor and unlock new gear. There's the word for you, new gear, Alan.
That means
Akido, and options as the difficulty, rewards, and chaos continue to escalate. So following the Drifters' lead and going rogue, Renegades will ultimately try to tie things back to the mystery of the 9 that kicked off Destiny's 2 current year of the prophecy. So they got some fun stuff going on with this game here. A recovery here, definitely for Destiny. If a few months ago, that game, the game expansion, they said at the top of the article, was basically the worst ever, and now doing this is something. Obviously, they're pivoting to make things better. Akido,
they've since Lightfall and since D2, they've had so many expansions. They had like a whole 10-year plan for Destiny 2, and all the season passes, and it's like you have to be in it to want to play like, $40 in expansion, every single, time one drops. Like, I mean, the only company I can think of that can successfully pull that off is like World of Warcraft.
Right.
Destiny being, one of the other ones, and there's a couple others as well, like, Final Fantasy 14 online, but you're treading MMO ground, and if the content isn't there and the player base has been loyal, for Destiny, man. I know some people that, have still been on. They've been at it. I'm like, man, I haven't seen y'all in forever. Like, you're the only one who left, Alan. I'm like, oh no. Why you got to put me out like that? They're like, look, we here. We're on Destiny. We're sticking with it.
Yeah, we're about that life.
You used to run banner with us. What happened to you? I'm like, I had a kid. Responsibilities.
Adult stuff. Adulting. That's what the word I was looking for. Adulting. There you go.
And, I mean, that doesn't stop other people.
No,
but people who know that grind to get some of those weapons and stuff, it can be rough.
Yes.
You just got to experience it. I mean, if you haven't played Destiny, it's something special. But I mean, the community is like divided between loyal fans and ones that just couldn't take it anymore. That sums it up.
Right. I say I was a loyal fan, but I'll say I'm like in the middle. I'm not, because I could, like, if I want to grind, I can grind. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Because I was grinding on it back when it came out back in 2014. I was playing it at least twice a week, and when those 2 sessions would go, it was like 2-3 hours. It wasn't just an hour. It was like 3 hours on. I had a friend, shout out to my man Jesse up in Toronto. We were playing. He was up in Toronto on the East Coast time, and we be grinding it out. So, yes, you got to be that person to jump on some Destiny 2. And now you're going to have it all cleaned up and all now redesigned with some Star Wars stuff in there too. So enjoy. All right, next quick hidden news bite here is the top 20 best-selling games ever on PlayStation in the US. Is a very sad list. Very sad list. I don't know. I read through this list. The list is not sad. So it says the PS1 turns 30 years old and is secretly a victory lap for Call of Duty. And I could agree with that. It's a lot of Call of Duty titles on this top 20 list of the best games in the history of PlayStation 1 or PlayStation, excuse me. So there's the games, and pull on the race. So it says the original PlayStation hit the shores way back 30 years ago, 1995. Wow. I was a freshman in college, y'all. I was 17 years old, freshman. Dang. Do the math. So helping usher in a disc-based gaming revolution. Yep, I remember that too. I was like, oh, sweet. We got discs. We don't know more cartridges, which I was like, I didn't really like, oh my God, to it. Because I was like, I was happy with the cartridges, and now they changed. So the gaming revolution was reshaped by that. So 4 new consoles and lots of hardware iterations later, PlayStation is the undisputed winner. I don't know about this comment here or this statement here in the article here on Kotaku. It says PlayStation is the undisputed winner in the high-end console gaming space. I don't know, I think it's a PlayStation statement, but we could go on for more about that. So that's a whole nother topic. So let's talk about the games though. What were the top selling games that helped them get there? A newly released list of the top all-time performers across PlayStation platforms in the States tell us part of the story, and it's they're like downplaying it. They said it's a pretty depressing one. I'm like, what? How is this depressing?
I think they're meaning it in the sense of exclusives.
Explain that to me. Okay.
So first party exclusives, right? You know, when you think of the word PlayStation, what do you think of? You think of God of War, right? Yep. We got, Uncharted,
Horizon Dawn, Uncharted,
Horizon Zero Dawn, perfect. Marvel, Spider-Man, like exclusives. Right. With that being said, look at the list.
Last of Us.
Last of Us is another big one. With that mindset, look at the list.
Okay, so it says Circana Gaming Research Director Matt Pascatella released the list of the top 20 games across PlayStation's history in the U.S. by unit sales to commemorate the PS1's birthday. So number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Right.
Minecraft.
Right.
Red Dead 2.
Right.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Right.
Is number 4. Number 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019.
Right.
Another one I love here, Marvel Spider-Man. That was a good one.
That's like the first real exclusive aside from the PS1, like San Andreas stuff. But even that's been re-released on a couple systems.
Yeah, it has. And so Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, classic right there. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 2022, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 6 out now. And then Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then The Last of Us, God of War 2018, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, which I haven't played. I know you probably have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Me and Steph love Skyrim.
Oh yeah, we got to get on that. You got to introduce me to. I say 2 game franchises you guys got to introduce me to, which I haven't done a whole lot with, is Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, or just Elder Scrolls in general, and then Final Fantasy. That's 2 that big ones that I know I haven't went all the way in the water yet. So you got to help me out there.
Yeah.
All right. So Black Ops, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege. I didn't know that was a PlayStation exclusive.
It's not.
Really?
That's what that's the point.
Okay.
That's
not
the whole
depressing.
point.
It's not. It's more surprising than depressing.
There's only what I count here 4 exclusives out of this entire list of 20. God of War, Last of Us, and 2 Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
And then I guess Grand Theft Auto's the PS2 versions and PS1 versions.
Yeah, true.
Vice City and
I don't know.
San Andreas.
Okay, so to wrap it up, 18 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2, then 19 is Call of Duty World War 2, then 20 is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So the top, as it'll read in an article, the top spots are shocking. GTA 5, Minecraft are the 2 best-selling games ever across any platform. Red Dead 2 is the 5th best. Sony's critically acclaimed first-party blockbuster also ranked highly. And then it's just a sea of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, good ones, bad ones. It doesn't matter. They're all ranked, smothering any greater sense of breadth, variety, and whimsy of the games released in PlayStation 1 all the way to 5 over the years. So, like, for me, big ones that I played, I know the ones I put time in: GTA 5, Red Dead 2, San Andreas, Marvel Spider-Man. And then once I started coaching esports, Black Ops Cold War. But a classic for me, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, GTA Vice City. I was on that thing religiously. And then currently, I finally prestige in Black Ops 6. But then Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, loved it. Last of Us, beat it and loved it. God of War, beat it, loved it. Played all the classic ones before that on PS3. Went through the God of War Golden Collection, had that, beat them all. So for me, and then Rainbow Six was a classic, but it was on all systems, so all platforms. But another good one that's also grew up since then as well. So for this list, for me, it's not depressing. It's just like, kind of like, oh, I'm glad they're ranked. And also some of them, I would say probably only one would be higher for me. It would be Last of Us. I will put that up a higher.
The only problem is with this is like the whole thing was PlayStation's, the top 20 games, best-selling games in all of PlayStation history. With the recent ABK buyout from Microsoft, do you know how many they own COD?
Yeah, I know. And this was last year. That went down last year.
So that's why they were fighting so hard for that, right? Because if Microsoft maintained exclusive rights, if they wanted to, if Microsoft didn't put Call of Duty on PlayStation, and if you look at the top 20 list of the top selling games on PlayStation, they're in trouble. That's bad.
Right.
And they own Minecraft now too. So it's one of those things, and Bethesda for Elder Scrolls.
Correct.
So a lot of these games are now under Microsoft's, like Microsoft owns the company.
Under their thumb.
Right. And I'm saying these are the top 20 best-selling games on throughout the, 30-year history of PlayStation. What the article also mentions is where's Astrobot?
Right.
Okay. Where's Jack and Dexter? Where's Sly Cooper? Where's like they said, Tekken for the longest time. Tekken 3 was only, Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 or Rebirth, those are PlayStation exclusives.
Right.
For the longest time. What was it? Final Fantasy the latest Final Fantasy, 15, 16.
Sept, yeah, 60 or 16 or 15,
16.
yeah.
That was a PlayStation exclusive too for the longest time. Nowhere listed. All of the actual and okay, the other one that you mentioned too. Where's Horizon Zero Dawn?
Exactly. Yep. And it says that actually read that later in the article. It says the cultural PlayStation juggernauts that didn't make the list include, but not limited to, what you already mentioned. Some games here you already mentioned, Akudo. So Wipeout, one game you mentioned, the racing game. I remember that. But then you mentioned Final Fantasy. And that was Final Fantasy 7, Metal Gear 2, Tekken 3, Street Fighter 4, Dark Souls, Nier Automata, The Witcher 3, Persona 5, and then Cyberpunk 77. So some games. So it's just, these top 20 lists, obviously, is to the person's opinion. Person creating it is in control here. That also adds into that. But
this is by sales. This is by sales, not.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It wasn't my mistake. I just kind of go there when I see these top 10 lists or top 20 lists.
You would think so.
Right.
You would think so.
That's right.
No,
my correction off of sales. My correction. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just interesting. So sales paints a different picture.
I mean, I feel like if we were going by quality of game, you're right. The list will look entirely different because Horizon, a lot of the PlayStation games would be on there.
Facts.
But I mean, when in the gaming industry, we're talking, multi-billion-dollar industry.
Mm-hmm.
What sells are, is COD and GTA and Red Dead. I mean, this ain't. I'm surprised Ragnarok's not even on the list.
Right, and that was an awesome one. I'm almost done with that one. I should have been done with it, but I don't know. All right. So we'll lay that to rest for now because this will pop up again. We always get these top 20 lists.
Oh, it gets me fired up. I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, but I know this is going to get you fired up. We have Operation Warpath.
And here we go.
Now live on Halo Infinite Battle Pass. And so my friend Akudo, he has this thing about this game, and it's about one of the helmets. It's called a Hayabusa. And right now, he's trying to get it. But it's been giving him some issues trying to receive it here. Yeah. So with the new operation up called Warpath, this is you can play on it until October 7th here on Halo Infinite. So the UNSC cadets have taught to imitate and thereby venerate the martial actions of humanity's time-honored heroes. So Operation Warpath enables their legend with myth-made armor sets, the epic resurgence of invasion mode, and a return to a hallowed tradition in the Rank Legacy rotational playlist. So a lot of maps been added, more armor sets, as they said. It says and other gameplay, game mode. So invasion mode sounds fun. All right. Reading on that looks like a really good hitter there of a map. Basically, it's a team 5v5, 4v4. I think 6v6 is what I read earlier.
That was from Reach, I believe. Or was it 4?
It was from Reach. I think it went back to Reach. And so I'm gonna read through some of the information here. So last chance for the Hayabusa is up. So right here. I want that too. See, you've been talking about it so much. I've been starting to look at it again. I'm like, now you suck me into what you want. So the sleek and lethal next generation project Hayabusa looks to the future while respecting its past. The legendary Dragon Ninja returns to the Halo Infinite to commemorate the release of the Ninja Gaiden 4. I didn't realize they were collaborating with that. October 20th of 2025. Ooh, October. I can't wait till that month gets here.
Dude, we got some stuff cooked for October.
Yes, we do. So acquired the Hayabusa. How you say that? Zukahin? Am I saying that correct? Zoke?
Let me look. I got to actually
pull up that article. Zokuhen. How do you say that?
This looks like Hayabusa Zakuin.
Zakuin. Got it. Hayabusa Zakuin bundle from the exchange in the game, so you could go into the store on the Halo Infinite game and do the achievement or do the battle pass. I say requirements, but then also you might have to spend a little coin to get it.
It was 40,000 Spartan points, bro.
So there you go. That's what I said. Some coin, well-earned coin. So it's going on right now through October 7th. So if you want to grab it before it vanishes. So this is going to be me and Akido's mission until October 7th, because I want one too. I had it back on Halo Guardians and Halo 4. Halo 4 Guardians. I'm sorry, not Halo 4. Halo 4 Guardians. I had it on there, or Halo 5 Guardians. I had the Hayabusa mask or helmet on there. So the new game mode, new game mode here, Invasion. So the enemy is at the gates, so you must thwart their advances or relinquish sacred ground. So in this 8v8 invasion mode, the home team, the offensive team assails the entrenched position of the defenders in hopes of completing objectives and forcing their foes back. So rounds are divided into 3 phases, each with a unique objective, where achievement is measured in a new ground gained, new goal, and upgraded loadouts on all teams. If the defenders can prevent the invaders from achieving their ambitions, the round ends and the team switches sides. So time to put their backs to the wall. So we got something we gotta put a good squad together. Do a nice flow. We gotta get a good 4-stack. We got that means
tonight, I guess.
That means we gotta get Bane, right?
Yep.
And Cowboy Natty. Where you at?
Natty, where you at?
Natty,
where you at?
4-stack. That's our 4-stack right here. So the winning rounds, invasions are divided into 3 phases, presenting a series of objectives. For everything objective completed, attackers will gain 1 point towards victory and advance to the next phase. With improved weaponry, the new spawn points deeper in the enemy's territory. So there you go. So invasion maps are designed to be linear. Okay, so that's easy. So the action converges on discrete choke points in the early phases and scales to longer combat as invaders access new areas. So if an attacker wins a phase, both teams will be able to select a new assortment of upgraded loadouts upon their respawn. So defenders must deny objectives enough to thwart the invasion and instantly end the round. Then it's their turn to go on the offensive. So there we go. It's almost like capture the sounds like capture the flag. That's what it sounds like. Or eyeball,
It is. It depends on what we're doing, but yeah, they had like a variety of that, but on a much bigger scale of the map, and like it was rough because you had to add vehicles in the mix, and it was typically larger maps, and like your call outs and stuff on these maps are so vast.
Where it's gonna be different.
It's going to be different. It's like, cool. Are you on the mongoose? Quick, get on the mongoose. Let's drive over the base. You got like 5 people there. It's like, okay, cool. Are you covering me with like a tank? Or are you covering me like whatever else to get the flag, to get the objective to where it needs to go? But and then you got, pelicans, you can fly. Like it's a much bigger map where we're used to like, when we do ranked. All right, cool. He's on left side. He's in blue room, left side, whatever. When you're dealing with invasion, it's just so much bigger, which makes communication so much more important for, winning.
100%. And you got these maps, so we got to process the map and memorize it, so we know how to make these call outs. So to where to play, to honor Halo Reach, it's and the valiant Spartans who defended its service, invasion's banner shall full fly mass in a dedicated playlist through the duration of Operation Warpath, jumping on now until October 7th. So it's about a month of gameplay, and there you go. So you can head on to Halo Waypoint to see more of the new updates of some maps and everything they got here. Here's a picture of the map right here at the bottom, one of the new maps here, or not new map, just a remastered map from Halo Reach. And so that was a few Halos ago. If you remember Reach, I know I do.
Dude, Reach was great. It was so hard to rank up.
It was so awesome.
I miss Reach. I have all the achievements on that game too.
I got some. I don't have all. That's one thing. What game I have not, achieved all the thousands of points you can, or at least 1,000. It's 1,000 years.
It's 1,000. Well, including DLC, it's probably a little bit more. But one of the hardest achievements on Reach was if they came to hear me beg, and what you had to do for that was you had to jump off a cliff and land and animate assassinate an elite. If you didn't animate assassinate the elite to break your fall, you died. So you had to jump like
Sweet.
probably 50 feet off the cliff and stab it right on the elite's back. If you missed it, you died.
Oh, I love the achievements. That's
It
a
was
journey.
rough.
That's a
It
journey
was-
right there.
it
I
was
bet that
fun.
was rough.
It was
I
fun
bet that-
though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rough and fun, as always, in accomplishing achievements here. So now let's head over to another good sponsor, a partner of the show. Stay plugged in. Enjoy. We see y'all in a minute. Looking to turn your passion for gaming into a college opportunity? Stay Plugged In is the premier platform connecting esports players with college programs nationwide. Whether you're grinding on Valorant, Rocket League, or Overwatch, Stay Plugged In gives you the tools to showcase your skills and earn esports scholarships. Don't just play, get recruited. Visit staypluggedin.com and start your journey to the next level today. Boom. Head over to the website too. They got college, online, in-person tournaments. So if you're a high school student that's trying to get noticed by big schools like Boise State, Northwoods, for example, University of Nebraska, University of Lakeland University up in Sheboygan, Plymouth, Wisconsin area, head over to Stay Plugged In. They also work with those schools too, and the coaches of the program. So shout out to Brett Sheldon up in Lakeland, and shout out to Ryan Tan at the University of Nebraska esports team. So they work with those universities to help kids in high school get scholarships and get placed in somewhere where you want to continue to excel as esports. So
I wish I had that as a kid. I know we talked about that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you already know my story. I've been double dipping football, baseball, basketball, and Madden or Call of Duty or Street Fighter. All right, let's just stop talking about it. All right, this week in esports, September 8th through the 12th, and really just a big look up for what went on last year on this week was September 7th and 8th was the Fortnite Championship Series Global Championships, which was one of the largest yearly events going on, taking place, and it featured competing for the world, featured players. That means top players like Booga. I know that's probably the only Fortnite player, and then Ninja, obviously, competing for the world championship and a significant prize pool during this event. I know they've rotated the championship series around America, and I believe around the world. I just know as of back in 2019, the first one took place in Los Angeles, California, not far from the E3, so the Los Angeles Convention Center where E3 used to take place at. So that is a nice little tidbit there. So now let's head down to, we got a fun social media bit here. So let's head into that. Let me get where's the audio for that one? A fun one here. So this is the best thing I've seen on social media.
You're so dumb.
Got him! Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, last year, I don't know if y'all knew this, but some of y'all might have seen, I did an interview with Amy Agar. She is a football social media influencer, and she is a comedian. All right. So I watch her and she does her skit. I was watching her before she hit me up and said, Ahman, I would like to do an interview. So she has her team of people who does all the edits with her videos. And if you ever watch her, so look her up, Annie Agar, ANNIEAGAR, and she's a sports fan. She's definitely an NFL fan, but she likes to make fun of the NFL. And so this is her. This is many of what she's done. Now, this is just one of the best thing. Like I said, recently, best thing I've seen on social media of my girl, Anna doing her thing. So let me get her on the screen here. Let me extend it. And here we go. Boom. There she go.
Had a 2.7 QBR. I just don't understand why everybody's being so judgmental all the time. I mean, I understand why you're judgmental, partially. Partially, it's because I think you care. Everybody's saying, Mike's just a bum. Mike's this, Mike's that. Mike's me, bro. When are you going to let me be me? When's that going to start? Did he just quote Surf's Up? Yep. Yeah, we're screwed. Guys, we did not look that bad. That reminds me, why didn't Kellen Moore call a timeout? I feel really good about the season. Spencer Rattler looks great. Really? Because you got beat by Labubu. Real quick, I'd like to go over the injury report. Chris Olave, the entire 49ers offense. Chris Olave. My back is just killing. That looks like a bad arch. I haven't seen an arch look that bad since the Texas-Ohio State game. Guys, we're so back. Pete Carroll is the oldest coach in the NFL to get a win. Yes, it would be Bill Belichick, but he can't do that anymore. Coach in the NFL, no win. Josh McDaniels may have been a mistake. Well, we could have told you that. Yeah, you know what? Get some of the coaches in here. There has been a blatant lack of awareness in this room, and we need to address it. It is 3rd and long. What do? Punt. That is ridiculous. We're going to put all 9 wide receivers out there and run it. They'll never see it coming. Love that idea. Somebody give me Kenny Gainwell. No. Unless it's 3rd and short, then we pass. Why is no one punting? It's getting kind of... Wait a minute. That is too predictable. Screen. You might all get fired. Are you panicking? I'm panicking. Moving on. Red Zone did have a couple commercials. They lasted a minute this season. Coincidentally, so did the Giants. You gave up 400 yards of offense. We are sticking with Russ to be our starter. We competed our butts off out there. Yeah, you have to move on. Just like Sierra, Russ will never be your future.
Oh,
Bryce,
wow.
Bryce, there's a game going on. What are you doing? There's some mini games up on the board. I'm pretty sure you just call those games. Well, finally, a week 1 win. Can't say I'm surprised. You had 3 completions in the second half and 7 yards of offense. Don't care. The only reason you won is because it's the Browns. You know what? Get the kickers in here. You 3 are terrible and completely let down your team. You guys' field goal percentage is so bad, LeBron James wants to adopt you. Not everybody can be Chris Boswell. Pittsburgh, while you're here, Aaron Rodgers looked great. Your defense looked terrible. Where's Cam Hayward? Yeah, if you could just tap the screen real quick. Question for Baltimore. How do you lose with Lamar, Derrick Henry, and 450 yards? You're asking that question? Derrick Henry fumbled. Oh, really? Should have been giving the ball to Justice Hillmore. Get out! Order has been restored to the north. Jared Goff threw 50 checkdowns. The Bears still suck. Chicago, how did you blow that lead? Yeah, you guys are terrible. Even Jordan Hudson can hold on to a double-digit lead.
2nd and 13. Remember, South Carolina?
Well, this week we got to watch some of the best football we've ever seen and whatever Miami was doing.
Oh, Lord. Well,
Dallas and Philly, we will start with.
Hope you got filled in on that, Akido chat.
Yes, and we know that because
it's been very interesting. What's the average historian, Dome Rocker? How you doing? But yeah,
I'm not going to even lie. Like, what? I think she's got a really cool collection of jerseys.
Yeah, or all her t-shirts. Well, if you pay attention to some of her t-shirts, sometimes she just cuts the logo out and just gets a black or a blue background t-shirt and just staples it on her shirt. I know because some of her t-shirts are not even real. Like she makes them herself. She's been doing this a while, so some of them are now. She got better, and I'm gonna bring that up next time. I'll be like, I've been noticing your paper clip because I remember last year I was watching one of them and it was a college one, so she had like Ohio State logo with the paper clip at the top because obviously you can't go out there and buy all those t-shirts. But
I'm surprised they don't send her some.
I know. Oh, they probably are now. That's what probably either she went out and bought all 32 t-shirts and jerseys, and in college football you got over 100 schools there. But as you see, she's a sports fan, but she just makes a little fun.
Well, she knows her stuff. I'm just wondering, like, how long does it take you to make these, like, with all the changes,
with all the edits? Oh no, this is like, once a week, so that means from probably whatever day it is to when you see the video is probably a week of production to get it done, if not more or less. Maybe 5 days of production because she does the script reading or memorization, or if she does the script herself, along with maybe she had 3 or 4, like when I did her show, she had 3 or 4 people that was behind the scenes. So, and it's a team of 4 or 5 people or more that helps her do this. So she does a hell of a job. She's hilarious. I'm surprised she's not on ESPN or NFL Network or anything like that. And it's maybe because she is taking a jab at the NFL. So that's probably why she's not on those channels yet, but she's doing a good job making a living. I know she does a charity too through this. She helps families with childhood disorders that affects children. She helps out with that, with awareness and fundraising. So she also is doing something with her notoriety. She's not just cracking jokes at the NFL. She does a lot of good. She does a good job at spreading the word about the charities that she helps out and influence. So, but yeah, check it out. She's on everything. She's on Facebook. She's on TikTok. She's definitely on Facebook as this article, as you see this video, but she's on Instagram and she's on X, and her videos are hilarious. And she hits college football and NFL. She may do NBA. She made. I'm not sure if she does baseball or NBA, but she definitely does football. And so this is the season, week 1. So every week. So this is week 1. It's 17 weeks of a video like this where she's doing a parody of all 32 teams that had a game, good or bad. She's going to talk about you. So there you go. So that's the best thing I've seen on social media out there. All right. So on that note, let's give a shout out to our good partners at Lucid Sound with these headsets we're using. Oh, I know I'm using. We got to get you some.
Yeah,
Lucis
probably.
Sound. So see y'all in a few. Thanks a lot. Level up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound. Whoa. I'm just snacking away on my honeydew melon here. All right. This week, in video game history, September 8th to the 12th, we have, this is a pretty big week of game releases during this time of year. It might be because it's the fall. It's the start of fall. And that might be one reason. So we have September 8th, which was Monday. Nintendo releases the Chef and Game Watch handheld over in Japan and Akudo. You're going to like this next one. You already see it on the sheet there. The Pokemon animated series makes its debut in North America. That sound.
That's not what Pokemon sounds like at all.
I know, that was a bad rendition of it. That's all.
Man.
You know, the Indigo series with my man Ash Ketchum, which I didn't know he was 10 years old.
Dude, he's been I started watching for like 20 years, bro.
Yeah, he's like Bart and
yeah, he's exactly
Bart
like
and
Bart.
His sister Lisa is never going to age out. They're going to be 12 years old for the rest of their lives. So I know you enjoyed that day, right? That changed your life. What was you doing when you
1998?
When you watched the first episode? I know you were young.
I was like in preschool.
Okay.
I was in preschool, kindergarten.
So and I remember you remember watching it? Or
yeah, absolutely. It was channel 24.
Okay.
Or was it 24 or 18? I believe it was 24. And I would wake up, get my cereal every morning before preschool. It was like 7 a.m. in the morning. I don't know why. But we would I'd get up,
early bird
click on the TV, and then have breakfast and watch Pokemon. And then right when it said to be continued, I was like, all right, it's time to go get the school day going.
Did they do the like catch the Pokemon song at the end? That was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you started memorizing? Yeah, the Pokemon
rap, the rap. What's funny is my parents would not let me have a Game Boy as a kid.
But you could watch Pokemon.
Yeah. It was like that was the one thing I wanted more than anything in the entire world.
I could see at that time because
I was looking at kids on the playground. They were playing they had the Pokemon trading card game. Like that was when I won my first chess tournament was for a pack of Pokemon cards. Legit. My dad told me, he said, look, you win this chess tournament, I'll buy you a pack of Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, that's what my dad did to me.
I was like, lock in.
So my negotiation, I say bartering deal wasn't chess. I would have loved to play chess as a kid and learn it like what I know now. I know how to play it now. We got to go at it. I want to see how
we can go at it.
I just want to see how bad you could beat me. So at least how many moves I could get in before I lose. But my bargaining chip was football, obviously,
right?
And grades. And so my dad put on the table. I must have been playing tackle football for like 2 years now, and he put on the table, I give you $10 for every touchdown. So I was like,
ooh.
Message sent, received, and executed. Let's get it, Dad. You know how many touchdowns? Take a guess on how many touchdowns I scored.
If I had to guess, I'd say 10. You probably made $100.
Double that.
What?
I had 25 touchdowns. Yes. Give me some cash. I'm putting it down. So my dad, when he came and he had to give up the loot. But the thing I was using it for was my Christmas money. I used it to buy them gifts, so I kind of repaid them back anyway. So even though he had to come up off the $250, it was for a good cause.
Did you get Christmas gifts on top of that?
Did I? Yeah, I still got Christmas gifts. I wasn't a big Christmas gift. I made my list, but I knew I couldn't get it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get maybe one or two things.
Yeah, I was a humble kid. I knew better. Like I wasn't gonna get the whole world. But as long as I got certain things, like my dad knew I was by the time I did that, I was like 11, 12. He knew I was a gamer. So at least get me one game and, pair of new shoes, or socks for when school starts back up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we got that going on during that time. What else was going on in that time here? The puzzle platform. What is it? You ever heard of Lock's Quest? It was released.
I'd have to see the cover of it.
It was released in North America for the Nintendo DS. That was in 2008. 2008 on September 8th. So
this looks interesting. This looks cool. I've never heard of it.
Going on this week on September 9th, I'll go with the biggest release of that on this day that year. So I would say out of all the items for September 9th, I'm gonna go to 1999. In 1999, it was the release of the Sega Dreamcast in North America. It launched in North America, distinguished by its built-in modem and online play and unique peripherals like the visual memory unit. Oh yeah, the little card.
Those little weird things. No one knows what man, I didn't have a Dreamcast growing up. Everyone always kind of like, because they had the little LED screen and stuff on it that you had to put into the controller. The Dreamcast was beyond, before.
Oh, it was fire. I had it. I got it in Seattle and then brought it with me over to Wisconsin when I got traded. So I was like, I was playing Power Stone. It was a Ready to Rumble, the fighting game, NFL 2K or NFL 99 or NFL 99 2K or whatever. So that was the big release of that year on September 9th, way back in 1999. So we're talking about 26 years ago. And today, the big day was several games were released on this day on September 10th. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest in Japan in 1993. Advance Wars in 2001 in the US. DK Jungle Climber in 2007 here in America. And WarioWare Get It Together 2021, and that was released worldwide here on Wednesday, September 10th. And then September 11th, back in 1977, I was 7 months old when this dropped, was the Atari 2600 released. Known for popularizing interchangeable game cartridges. That's when the cartridges came out, bro. That was a good year. Star Wars, me being born, doesn't get Atari coming out. Was destined to be a gamer right there. I got Star Wars coming out the same year I was born. That's crazy. That's a good year. 1977 was a good year. All right, and then you fast forward to 2015. Super Mario Maker is released in North America, Europe, and for the Wii U, which I never. That was one console I didn't have, was the Wii U. I did have the Wii.
I had a Wii U.
Yeah.
It was all
Was I? It was handheld, right?
No, well, yes and no. Yeah. The Wii U was weird because it was both.
Right.
It was like, I would say the Wii U was like the predecessor for the Switch. It had the tablet controller, like you couldn't take it in the car.
Right.
Like it looked like a Switch, but it was just a controller.
Right. I remember seeing that. I'm like, oh, portable. But
it was cool because it was the first Wii console that you could it was HDMI, whereas the Wii was using composite cable. So having HD, 1080p Wii games was cool. And you could, put your Wii games or your Wii U games in there. Mm-hmm. And then they had different things like Mario Party, like Bowser could control like the tablet part to mess up on the mini games, to mess up the people using Wii remotes and stuff that way. Like it was interesting. Wii U definitely has its fan base and community for sure.
Yeah. Dome Rocker says goodbye to AOL finally September 30th. So the servers getting shut down or something. I know some people with AOL accounts. My wife has a Hotmail email. I'm like, I'm surprised that's still working. So
September 30th, discontinued dial-up internet service on September 30th, 2025.
Oh,
thank goodness.
Oh, dial-up back then. Yeah, September 30th.
We can stop that.
The last day of the week, this Friday, we have some notable releases released on September 12th. Were Pocket Monsters Pikachu 1998 over in Japan. Yep. And Pokemon Heart Gold, you're gonna like this one, and Soul Silver in 2010.
Pokemon Heart Gold, the GOAT
over in Japan for yourself, Akido. I know that's right up your alley. Like
also on the 9th was Fire Red and Leaf Green. If we scroll back up too, I was like, Pokemon's at it. Like, let's go.
Facts. Hey, homework assignment. got
What?
something for you. Help me out with my knowledge. Like I'm already watching. I haven't watched them recently only because I've been doing Andor and all that. And Andor, Wednesday, Alien Earth. But I'm gonna get it back on the rotation. Is my Pokemon Indigo series. So give me what you feel once or twice a week a Pokemon must know.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So once or twice a week, drop this. You know, just drop me in the Discord or just text it to me, either text or Discord.
Okay, I can do that.
Text me things
I
that
must
I
know.
like, must know for Pokemon fans. So I'm a Pokemon fan, but I got to get my knowledge up. I got to get out. Like I said, for between finding out Ash was only 10, and that was like once you became a Pokemon trainer, you were like a grown man. I was like,
when you're 10, you're
pushed
a grown
out
man.
the house at 10 years old to go catch Pokemon.
You don't get a dad. You're on your own. You gotta earn your keep.
Oh my goodness,
you're on your own.
And then the last big announcement. You know what this Friday is going to be?
I want to say Borderlands 4.
Well, yeah, we're about to talk about that in a second. But National Video Game Day is this Friday.
Oh.
So National Video Game Day is celebrated in the United States this Friday, y'all. Dome Rocker, average historian, everybody listening, watching on LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitch and X and Instagram. National Video Game Day is on Friday, so make sure you play a game just at least 30 minutes. Get 30 minutes in on something in between lunch break and by the time you get home. But if you're a gamer, get your game. That is it. Find it, do it, have some fun. Like the game I want to do is I looked on Steam last week and they got a brand new Tetris, and I was like, oh, that takes me back to my childhood right there. It's that Tetris hookup right there. So on that note, we head into the next segment, but we got a little talk to from our good friends at Devour Go. All right, here it is. Thank you, Devour, and see y'all in a few. While you game, Devour Go delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping from your computer to the kitchen. Devour Go makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, Devour Go. Oh yeah, we got to get that going. Get those guilds made up. But right now we're on game releases here.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
Oh. I don't know what the dog is thing is about. I
think you're like a who let the dogs out, I don't know, man.
You don't know.
It's like you're releasing the dogs.
Oh, you sound real confident saying that. Oh man. All right, here we go. First game release of the day. If it stops buffering. I did not know. When did Garfield part 1 come out?
Whenever they needed some money, man. I'm not playing this.
He said I'm not playing this. So we got Garfield Part 2. I mean, when did 1 come out? But we got Part 2. It's called All You Can Drift. If you could catch the drift of the title, what they're insinuating here. It comes out today on all platforms. And so in this trailer, you got arcade racing developed by Eden Games. Players who embody Garfield, now compelled to ditch lasagna and opting for racing, will instead, with a race of a lifetime here. All right, the race is Garfield, Odie, Normal, and other characters from the Garfield universe across a suite of tracks alone or with friends in multiplayer mode. So Garfield 2, All You Can Drift, like I said, coming out this Friday on all platforms. When did that happen? Did you know they had a game like this out? The Garfield
Look,
Kart?
man.
I just want to know.
I did not know. The better question was if any of us cared. And that's a rude statement. But it's one of those things where it's like when you have Mario Kart World and all, when you get down, even the Sonic Cross World just had their beta. I mean, that looked amazing. It's like, I just feel that some things like Garfield get overlooked. It's one of those things where it's like, looking at the video, the drifting don't look half bad.
Yeah, it looks legit.
Honestly. Like,
I see it. I'm
but
watching it now.
It's one of those things where, and I like the little POW effects that pop up, like kind of like you're in a comic book. But I mean, Garfield's like, it's one of them franchises that, like, unless you're reading it in the Saturday morning, whatever paper, the comic strip. I mean, Garfield's
old school.
I remember that, reading that in the paper as a kid, but then they tried to do the movie. Yeah, and the cartoons.
They did the cartoons were more like Christmas specials and
yeah,
Halloween specials, stuff like that. But it's cool to see it, right? Another IP taking the racing car racing.
More power to you, Garfield.
Yeah. What's up, Fortnite Dad? How you doing, man? Hope you well. Yep, CTR-ish, he says. So
yeah, there you go. So we got Crash Tag Team Racing, CTR, Diddy Kong Racing. That's another, yeah. I'm just saying, in the midst of all those racing games, like, you got Garfield.
I know. It just like I was like, my question was, when did part 1 come out?
All right, I'll get that up right now.
You can look that up, but we got Garfield part 1. I mean, not part 1. I mean, part 2 here. So check it out. It's
apparently it was 2019.
2019. Okay.
It was Furious Racing. I guess.
All right. So the next one on the list here, we'll get out of there. We got the big and the most anticipated one game on the list that you put here today is, you know it, you love it, you wish you could be in the next movie. I know I do. And it goes by the name of Borderlands 4.
Borderlands ain't in the place you want to be.
And if it's this movie thing, you're safe.
You may have had free will out there in the myriad galaxies. But here,
so fun.
Kairos, you serve the use I have for you.
All right, Gearbox, what you talking about?
Control. Now it's your turn.
That was like a Doom Dark Ages monster. The big guy. Okay. All right, things are getting real.
Reporting for duty, boss.
I like the music already. Rocking out.
Oh, wow, hunters! This will hurt!
And this is a looter shooter, so you got to build up your character to battle it out. I like the weapons.
Borderlands always been, they go hard on the weapons. Always.
Yeah, they go real hard on the weapons.
All you do is destroy.
That was cool.
Yes.
And then we make him pay.
Get them. Break free, as they say. All right, we got Borderlands 4, man. So it says a glimpse of the timekeeper cruel reign, including disturbing process of being impaled with a bolt. A spine-grafted cybernetic. Turn that down just a little bit more. Cybernetic device used to dominate the populace. Soon after crash landing, the Vault Hunters are arrested and forcibly affixed with the device, trapping them on Kairos. So the Timekeeper and his order are the ultimate superpower. Kairos, ruling with the impenetrable fortress city as known as Dominion City. When Elpis arrived in Kairos orbit and unleashed the climatic destruction, the Timekeeper locked down the city and sent the commanders to deal with the fallout firsthand. And now the Timekeepers watch over Kairos from the safety of his tower while his commanders maintain order. So it's going down. And I know you're happy about this because you played. I only played
I played
Borderlands 3.
really 2.
I only played 3.
I only really played 2. I skipped 1. I came in late to the franchise.
Yeah,
at 2.
me too. I came in super late. I came in at 3. So
2, I had some of the best
came out 4
times
years
with.
ago.
Steph's brother is super excited. He won't stop messaging me about how excited and pumped he is. He got the pre-order skin. Apparently, you get a Fortnite skin if you pre-ordered on or through Epic Games Store for this one. Like,
nice.
It is currently the. He also told me it's currently the top selling game on Steam right now is the pre-order for this game.
Okay.
The hype, Borderlands, it's one of those things. It's a great franchise. It's great to play co-op with. Kind of, it gives me Destiny vibes. It's one of those things where
it does.
To get like certain rarity weapons, you have to grind a little bit, and some of those bosses on Borderlands are really hard. But Halo, co-op legendary, it's fun. It's a good time.
And I feel more fun than seriousness compared to Destiny.
Oh yeah, no, you can't take Borderlands like super.
The
serious.
Characters, they already made a movie about it, right? But the characters too, they have that comedic side of it. They're always cracking jokes or whatever. So even though the preview look intense, but the game itself, once you really get into it, it's a jolly old good time.
That's how the story's just progressed and stuff. Like the Borderlands has progressed from just people looking for loot basically in the Borderlands to like an all-out alien war. It's crazy, like the amount of things that go into it that Royal Steph's brother has told me, and then just playing games like the side stories from the Telltale series, Tales from the Borderlands, that expand upon the lore and stuff, and just the different character backgrounds and everything else. If you've been following the franchise from start to finish, this one's definitely for you.
Oh, I know. And so, chat, man, throw in the chat what's your favorite Borderlands game that you've played. And I'll say right now, the one I only played for me is 3. The last one, which came out like 4 years ago or something. And me and my man Hank, we played it for a little bit when he was on the show back then, Hank Basket. So one of his favorites as well. And he played one spinoff. We did the spinoff, the Tipsy Tina or something.
Oh, Tiny Tina's Wonderland?
There you go. Tiny Tina's. I said Tipsy Tina. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. We played that together in a stream I did a few years ago.
That was the best DLC initially for Borderlands 2.
Right,
and then kind of turned it into a standalone game.
Right, with my boy Mr. Hank Basket there. So that was fun. So Borderlands 4 coming out this weekend, or say this week. So then you can have your whole Borderland weekend and knock this one out in a weekend's time. But I don't know if you could do that these days with all the things you got to do in the game.
Look, you just showed me Destiny. You already know I got to grind for the Hayabusa.
Right.
I'm Halo. Already trying to keep. I just reached tier 1 200 on Fortnite. I'm good for that. Marvel Horizon Season Pass, I'm good for that. But like keeping up, and that's how these companies get you in too, is just like they lock you into the season pass and just kind of make you work for it.
Yes, indeed. Lock you in. So there it is. Borderlands 4 coming out this week. I believe this Friday is out. So you can, like I said, enjoy your weekend with some Borderlands 4 if that is your game of choice, which it is for a lot of people I know. Boom. All right, here, let's get ready for the next segment of the show. Almost at the end. One of my favorite segments of the week is get that up here. What's on stream? And hit the audio here.
Row your boat gently up the excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
So you know what we've been covering, right? We got Andor. Oh, what are you gonna answer?
No,
Andor. Yep. Andor season 2, episode 8 now. Who are you? And I like that the writers, directors of this show have been incorporating the title in a one-liner in the movie, in the series. So if you've been paying attention and watching, the title of the show eventually is in the dialogue of the show, which is, I like that little twist. I like the cleverness in doing that, and obviously making sure you do it as the writer. So somewhere in the scene of the show, the title is going to be, "Oh, who are you? I have friends everywhere. Where's Gorman? Gorman this and so every title of the episode is re-mentioned, or every title of the series is re-mentioned in the episodes as you watching along. I don't know if they did that for season 1. I don't know, but they're doing this for season 2, so it's fun. I like it. Little Easter egg the whole time. So if you really paying attention, you're noticing, oh, that's the name of the episode. Who are you? I have friends everywhere. And to say that now, I'm gonna start using that. We're gonna use that as a code. You know what? I like that. Like, I have friends that when you hear that, we got to talk about it behind the scenes. We'll figure it out later. But we got a good. This is episode, man. I'm about to have the video up here in a second, but this episode, serious, intense. A lot went on. Some bad stuff went on that the Empire has done. So no surprise there. So let me get the video started and clicked in here. So episode 8, where are you? So you got Imperial manipulation, reading in the description of the show. Imperial manipulation, Gorman frustration, Cassian and Cyril center stage as Palermo erupts, and it erupts in a bad way. So at the start of this series, so as you see in the video right now, just doing some B-roll stuff from other episodes from this season. But this is the climax episode. We saw last week episode where it was I have friends everywhere, was the buildup of something coming big, and it finally got here. So Gorman being on edge with all the all the rebels, not the rebels, but the people, as you see in this video now, protesting, a peaceful protest, right? But on the Imperial side, they're doing it kind of basically manipulating the crowd to come in this space. In this space, they started erecting blockade in the Palermo Plaza, anticipating the protest. So they knew this was going to happen because of what they've been doing behind the scenes in terms of the mineral that's underground in Gorman. And so anticipating the protest by the Gorman citizens, Deidre Mario, that is Miro, that's Cyril's girlfriend, liaison with Major, so this is Patagas, if I'm saying that correct, who instructs her to enforce the Imperial narrative of local aggression to justify the oppressed presence. So manipulating them into protesting, but also catapulting them into the space to then unleash an unfortunate attack, because they orchestrated this to make the other rebellion or other parts of the rebellion to see, like, if you mess with us, as the Empire is putting out there, if you mess with it, this is what we're going to do. We're going to basically take you out. So protest turns into a deadly protest. So Gorman, as the Gorman front arms themselves for a peaceful gathering, tensions escalate rapidly. A K1 series. So this is, if you remember, Rogue One, the big robot that Cassian and some of his crew members were with. So K1 series robot droids is also dispatched during this battle, and that's the captain right there. So designed for security, suddenly opens fire, killing one of the main characters, Enza, one of the protesters, and igniting chaos across the entire plaza there. So this is the captain from the Imperial that has been given the leadership to take things over from Deidre, because she was controlling, she was making the commands of handling what was going on in Gorma, but the Empire felt otherwise, that she either needed some help or we needed somebody to get some action going. And the action was bringing in this General Major Patagas there. And that's where you see Deidre right there, kind of like coming over the fact that she's been overrun. Like, she stressed out and not now. And I say her power has been taken away, at that moment there. So during the violence, you got Cyril. He spots Cassian Andor and confronts him in a fuel. He starts fighting him and pushing him down. He actually attacks him, and he corners Cassian with the blasters, just about to shoot him. And the first thing Cassian says out his mouth is, that's Enza right here, who also lost her life during this massacre. They called it the massacre in Gorman. She loses her life there. So, but Cassian lays on the ground, and boom, he says the title of the show, "Who are you?" And Cyril hesitates, of course, because obviously Cyril, as we know, he's been wanting to get promoted. He wants to show the Empire that he can be a vital part of it. And so finding that the guy they've been hunting this whole time, he runs into him and sees him and tries to take him out. and the guy who is trying to take out, he don't even know who you are. So it kind of goes to the monetary pauses for a second, and a fatal as Carol Ray Lance. It's a Gorman resist later shoots and kills Cyril, and from the backside. But again, like for Cyril, the guy he's hunting don't even recognize him, don't even carry it in terms of Cassian. So I thought that was kind of a like, oh man, you've been doing all this hard work to get noticed, and then the guy that you said that you know of that is a part of the rebellion that you're ordered to take down, he doesn't even recognize you. He will, because he got other things to worry about. So I think that's kind of funny. That essence of how they built out the character's arc for everybody. So Cassian and Willem, they flee the crowd, they get out of harm's way. William earns Cassian to broadcast the truth of what just happened here in Gorman. And so while they managed to disable the KX droid, which I think they had one of the cruisers, which looks like a big tank, and ran and hit the KX android in two, because these androids just came in throwing people like toys. And so here's the fight with Cassian and Cyril. This one, Cyril catches Cassian on guard, and he's like, "What is going on? Like, who is this dude? Who are you?" And then right here, when he asks him that question, he's about to get the pew to the head. He gets that to the head right there. So so back on Coruscant, though, Deidre suffers a visible panic attack as public broadcast twists the massacre into a story of rebellion terrorism. So for the other parts of the galaxy, of course, the Empire is trying to narrate this protest into saying the rebels attacked the Imperial Guard that was there in Palermo Plaza, which is not the truth. And so from this from that scene on the TV, Cyril's mom, Ida, watches the news in horror, mistakenly mourning the loss of her son, because that's what she's eventually going to do. She's going to find out that her son, Cyril, is not with us is not with her anymore. So some big themes and I'll say big impacts of this episode. There's Cyril right there with the pew to the head. He's done. He's gone. So he died with about 3-4 episodes to go in this series of or this season of episodes. So the Empire orchestrates. So with some of the themes here and what the Empire has done, they publicly orchestrate execution of control. So the Empire orchestrates a massacre against its own people to solidify its power. And also, as noted in some articles about this series, is the turning point in the franchise canon reverberates through later events, including Mon Mothma's rebellion later on in the series of Rogue One all the way into Star Wars New Hope, and then Empire Strikes Back. So then also the tragedy of Cyril that I just mentioned. Cyril Khan is his full name. So Cyril's arc culminates with the utter tragedy from the writer of the show, Tony Gilroy, characterizes him as a victim in every way, right? Whose desperation for order and belonging leads him to a fate where even the person he obsessed with, Cassian, fails to even recognize him, like I mentioned. So eventually, elementary wise, it's a geek and dramatic that the thing that he based his whole life around doesn't even recognize him. Like I said, Cassian did not even recognize him at that scene there. So some rebel icon things that popped up that have been redefined here. So I say Vulture highlights that the episode avoids usually Star Wars heroics in a favor of raw, terrifying realism. So in most Star Wars movies, you don't see this much. Bad guys shooting and killing the innocent, and that's what we saw here. That's basically what I'm saying there. And so that is new to the Star Wars story arcs. And I say probably in the books, you probably read more. If you read more Star Wars books, and I know, but definitely me, I've been mostly movies with Star Wars. But when you get into books, the writing, there's more in the books usually than there's a big screen. So the mass deaths and the chaos feel less cinematic and more brutally devastating to the vision, to seeing that. So I say some of the big moments that happened, the Gorman massacre in the Palamo Plaza, Cyril's death, Cassian's escape out of there, and he returns with evidence of Imperial brutality, and then the media spin. Some of the politicians that found out about it were trying to get it out there, but then the Imperial was trying to change the narrative, as we know what that means. So they try to change what really went on and what really happened here in episode 8. Who are you? So I say with this episode, did you get a chance to watch it, Akito? No.
Look, I'm still on season 1. I'm gonna I'm gonna have to either power through it one weekend. I've been following more on what you're saying just from your previous episodes of what's been going on from week to week.
Right. All right. What's up, Esports Biz? How you doing? So this episode, Who Are You? It is a masterclass of big time storytelling. So you got the meddling political intrigue, you have personal tragedy, you had a visceral action in a tense, emotional, gut-wrenching episode because of the Gorman massacre in Palamo Plaza. So it lies bare, terrifying lengths to which the Empire will go to control the narrative and how that pursuit pulls apart lives from the ground up. And we've seen that obviously since episode 4. Since we started watching Star Wars, we know that the Empire is going to do whatever they need to make sure they keep power going on. So
yeah, they'll take you out.
They will take you out. Any means necessary family, because you remember what happened to Luke's uncle and auntie, right? Episode 1.
They didn't even do nothing. They just
episode 4, right? Episode 4. New Hope. Like really? Dang.
Luke's not here. Extra crispy.
Right. Just burn them up and crip it. Like you say, yeah. I like that. Extra crispy, unfortunately. But yeah, that's episode 8 wrapped up right there of Andor. Got about 3 more episodes to go. So on that. So let's kick it on over to the last segment of the show and my funnest. We're still playing those sports games. So it's my gamer tips of the week here. Akito's gonna get you playing some sports games eventually.
What?
Right? Yeah, you heard me. So sports game tip of the week is understand player ratings and team compositions in the game. So if you're playing Madden, if you're playing FC now, what used to be FIFA or MLB The Show, so any sports game, one tip is each player or team has unique strengths and weaknesses. So use players with the higher ratings in key areas to fit your strategy. And your strategy, I'm pretty sure, should be winning. All right. So basically find and another way of saying this, just find the best team on a sports game and use that team to win. Yeah. So i.e. the last couple of years I've been using, not saying they're the best team, but they're one of the best, is the Baltimore Ravens. And I found this out by most of the players that I play against when I play Madden and I run with the Ravens, they're mad at me in the chat. They saying stuff I can't say, I can't repeat on this show because it's a family show. Just that, when I roll with the Ravens, people don't like that because they think I'm OP with Derrick Henry, and you could stop Lamar Jackson, but sometimes I get away with doing some of the things that Lamar can do. He can run very fast for a quarterback. So there you go. So practicing, studying the stats, and assign players to roles that suit their abilities. So fast players on the wings in FIFA, you can rotate the rosters, you can rotate positions. A strong arm quarterback in Madden. And sometimes in Madden, you could put a tight end at fullback, or you could put a wide receiver at running back, things of that nature, or even a wide receiver or the fastest player as a kick returner or a punt returner. So there you go. And in other games like MLB The Show or FC Soccer or NBA 2K, NBA 2K, you can, play up your I say on the rec, you can make sure you get all your badges and you have a player that plays like Michael Jordan. There you go.
So starting off, if I were to boot up Madden 26 for this year, like how would I know who's the best team?
Any team that's rated over a 90. And okay. Any teams over a 90. So the highest range of teams is anywhere from an 80, like an 85 up to a 92, 93. There's no team over the 93. I think 92 is like either between the Philadelphia Eagles or the Baltimore Ravens or the Green Bay Packers now that they got Parsons. Like Parsons.
Here's a question too.
Yeah.
Could you use the team ratings on Madden to influence your fantasy draft?
No. Good question. No, unless Madden, which I don't know why they haven't done this yet, connected fantasy like the ESPN app to their game. It doesn't affect it. They'll just chart the points and the scores, whatever the player does, like it does in fantasy. It tallies all their yardage into points. So if a running back like Derrick Henry rushes for 150 yards, that's like a yard. That's 10 points per yard or something. No, or a point per yard. So that's 15 points right there. And if he scores a touchdown, that's 6 points. You know, he gets 40 yards receiving, that's 4 points. So he has like total of almost 30 points right
That's
there.
what I was just figuring.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're saying they're the best in the game. I'm like, all right. So I mean, like that's based off of real life stats, right? So I mean, like, if I'm projecting somebody to win, wouldn't I go based off the data that's been compiled for like something else to like know my odds or something, like based off of performance?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all got that knowledge up here. This is me just like over
it's
here.
Not, but it's not much different. You play Pokemon, right? You play the Pokemon Finder. You got your game. So it's
this is your chance to segue into that Monster app.
Oh yeah, there you go. Or Monster League. There you go.
Or Monster League.
You can jump on Monster League. Jump in my Discord. That's up right now. Join the Monster League, y'all. I wasn't trying to, but Akido brought it up. Might as well bring it up.
You said Pokemon and football. How are you not going to bring it up?
That's facts. It is Pokemon mixed with a little football. It's called the Monster League. Go to monsterleague.com. You can check it out. Get your players drafted. Even though the season started, I'm not sure if it's still draftable, but it may work.
Hey, look, on iOS, on Android, I think it's still coming. So
it's still coming. It's on Apple. It's on iPhone right now. So you go to your Apple, the iTunes store or the App Store to pick it up on your iPhone today. So that is the end of the show. Great show, Akido. Appreciate you, man, jumping in.
Always, man, always.
Yeah, don't have to be here every week, but he does. He shows up and supports me and my show, and I appreciate you, man.
It's fun. I mean, it's a chance. Like I said, once I leave here, I know I got to go get Mr. Cutie from the daycare, and then we got to go try to get some Hayabusa. I believe that's the plan, right?
Yeah, we're doing that later today. Get that Hayabusa. I got to play a game of Madden here or college football for my franchise league here in a minute, but I'll get that in before we go online and play some
Wingman more Wednesday. Time the better. I ain't rushing you.
Hey, Wingman Wednesday up on NIL TV Esports. So we're going to jump over that channel here in a little bit over an hour. So go over there if you want to watch me and Akido and whoever else. If anybody in the chat wants to join in, you're welcome to join in. You can follow us at all those socials below. That's right here at the bottom, scrolling across here. That's my TikTok right there. Actually, this is my TikTok right here. That's boom. That's my TikTok account. Go follow. Go like, share. YouTube too. Go to like, share, subscribe at my YouTube. If you want to listen to football, I do the Believe in Packers podcast, and that is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you download your podcast. You can listen to me to talk more football. It is Packer football at that. So if you're a Packer fan, or if you're just an NFL fan or a sports fan, if you want to come in and talk, or you want to listen to me talk because it's a recorded show, you could put your questions in the comments. I will check those out, reply back to you on that. So I appreciate everybody joining in today on all the channels. We're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're on here on Twitch, we're on X, and we're on Instagram live right now. So I want to say thank you to everybody for dropping in. Fortnite Dad, Akido being here with me, Deets Keats, the average historian. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. Dome Rocker, appreciate you all for jumping in. Like I said, Wingman Wednesday, you can jump in with us tonight, have some fun on some Halo, working for that Hayabusa helmet. Now I want it. So
man, you probably already got the Spartan points banked. You're just gonna go.
I probably do have Spartan points, but I still gonna get it though.
I know you're gonna
get it. So everybody have a good rest of your day and catch you next week or catch you in a few hours. But see you every day on Twitch. Streaming.
Find us, join the Discord, interact with us, man.
Join the Discord, NIL TV Esports, Ahman TV. Peace. Get this going here. Oh, what? All these pop-ups. Move these pop-ups out the way. All right. Going here. Boom, boom. Let's get to this asset. All right. Bye. Then we get the music going. Dun, 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 dun.